Welcome to Forensic Friday,
where we examine the intersection of true crime, psychology, and the heart of being human in the middle of it all. Well, hello, forensic friends. We're at conference and playing hooky a little
recording?
bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now it's like, are we recording? Yes, we are. We are speaking tomorrow, so we're working on our presentation, and then Gary and I are speaking on Thursday, and we've got all kinds of fun stuff. Grace is going to be up here, and Mac, and my parents, and are your parents going to come up on Thursday night? Come hang out?
Sure.
I'm sure they will.
My dad's always game for a good time.
I feel like your mom is too. If she knows that we're having a dinner party, like she's in.
Yeah, she does. It depends for her.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Well, we, as promised, are going to do Maternal Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to run it because my brain is.
You and me both, girl.
I know. But I feel like we have a lot to discuss on this one. We're trying to figure out how to set it up the right way.
Oh my goodness.
And manage everything going on. It's just a lot.
And I keep getting the Wheel of Death on my computer texts.
That's not good.
No, I know.
That's really not good.
No, I know. I don't know what to do.
You know what?
about
Gary's
that.
good at stuff like that, though. Gary's our tech helper.
It's only on my texts.
Oh. Maybe you just need to update your computer. Are you like me? I never update my computer.
I guess.
I know that because Gary's been telling
How
me
do
for
I
10
update
years.
my computer?
I'll show you later. Gary makes me do it. Before I complain about something more than twice, he's like, have you updated? And I'm like, no, I don't even turn my stuff off.
And I keep having to force shut down my text messages.
I think that my computer is on until it literally dies. I don't really turn it on and off. You know, it just lives with me. So Nat and I, we got our room. First room, tragic mess. This room's great, except I walked in and noticed there's pictures of actual people.
Yeah, it's weird.
On the wall when I walked in, and Nat just came in for lunch, first time in our room, and she clocked it immediately. And it bothered her as well.
I was like, why are there pictures of
Are you just going to walk around while we record? What are you doing? Oh, now you have to plug it in because it's... You're going to update it now?
I'm updating it right now.
Oh, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
Don't you unplug that air conditioner. I will kill you.
Well, dude, we can't use it right now.
Plug right there.
No, I need my computer.
You don't need your computer? You can use your phone.
Bro, I will plug this back in.
You and my kid. Bro. Just don't unplug the AC.
I'm going to unplug the AC until...
No! Use your phone. Use your phone for this.
I'm going to unplug the light. We're not using the light.
Oh my God. Okay, that's good. Just not the AC.
Oh my gosh.
We're
not even using the AC yet.
My mom is going to end up sleeping in the bed with me over this AC. If there's not air conditioning in her room, she will stay with me.
I will say there's usually not air conditioning in any of these rooms.
Mine has 2. I have one in the bedroom.
Well, that's because it's owned by those people.
Yeah, it is. Thanks. What do we think their names are? I'm going to make a guess.
They actually look Russian.
This is a fun game.
Don't they look Russian?
Well,
look at that top middle picture.
Okay, let me think.
Or Polish.
We're going to call her Paula.
Okay.
And we're going to call him Steve. I don't think he looks like a Steve.
He looks like a Mark.
Does he? Looking like a Steve is not a compliment on our podcast. So
maybe a Mark.
Maybe a Mark.
Okay, I'm updating my computer.
But there are actual pictures in here. They must own where we're staying. So thanks, Paula and Mark. It's a great place to be. Okay, so as promised, Maternal Instinct. We have lots of thoughts.
Oh my gosh.
And we both rewatched it. I have watched it twice, and so have you.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Well, it's a terrible case.
Yeah.
Kind of unthinkable, really.
Well, what's wild is I have so many thoughts.
Me too.
Are we just going to wing it?
Well, no.
Oh.
Did you see my notes?
No.
I airdropped them and texted them. I airdropped on accident, but I texted on purpose. I have notes.
Okay.
How about I'll set it up and then you lead into some questions. Because it's going to take you a minute with your text situation.
No, I got it.
Oh, God.
Okay, but yeah, set it up.
Okay. So we're not going to go through every detail of the case because many of our listeners, I'm sure, have watched it. If you haven't, proceed with caution. It's a really hard watch. I think it's a really hard
And maybe
watch.
watch it before you listen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good, or just listen if you decide
That's fair.
it's
But
too
we're
much.
not going to go over like a whole thing.
We're not going to go over all the details. So in October of 2020, near DeKalb, Texas, a state trooper pulled 27-year-old Taylor Parker over for erratic driving. And they show this in the documentary. She's like losing her mind.
Where is the baby?
Well,
Was it in the seat?
we'll get there.
Was the baby?
Yes,
seat?
she was holding the baby.
Okay.
She was holding the baby, and it's blurred out on the camera.
Okay.
On the recording.
So insane.
She told the officers she had just given birth and that the newborn isn't breathing.
This is why, like, sometimes I'm like, I should have gone into law enforcement because I would love to be a detective. But it's stuff like this that I could never.
Okay, it's funny you say that because last night Gary and I had that exact conversation. And I told him, you know, I would have really been interested in investigating, interrogation. And Gary was like, you would have been a hell of an attorney and a hell of an investigator. And he said, especially an interrogator.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, but the information, like we deal with tough cases, but if you're like a homicide detective, it's this stuff all the time. Not like this unusual of a case, but it's just death all the time. That would be really tough.
It would be really hard.
You know, I have a lot of respect for people who do that work all the time.
Yeah.
So she's holding the baby. Baby's not breathing. They rush Parker and the baby to the hospital in Oklahoma. Now, her presentation is very convincing in the pullover because she's so hysterical anyway. She has this drawl, this Texas drawl to her speech. She's young. But immediately she stands up and I'm like, anyone who's ever had a baby knows there's a lot happening after you have a baby.
Yeah, you can't just...
And she's in her little gray PJ pants. Nothing, I think they were gray.
And there's no blood.
Nothing's happening there. But there's blood all over her.
Right.
Like upper extremities. She even had some on her face. The officer was like wiping her face for a minute. And she was trying to revive this newborn. So think about law enforcement pulling her over and seeing like a baby and then this chick in this state, you know?
Oh my God.
So they were rushed to the hospital where medical staff quickly determined that she had no signs of childbirth. And they actually show in the hospital kind of a little bit of behind the scenes because it's body cam of officers walking up and they're talking to the doctor and the doctor's like, I don't think she had a baby. And the nurses are shook. They're like, I don't think that there's a baby here. And also, we'll get into this, but the hospital was actually like on notice.
Well, this is the crazy part
because I know this is going to get into the whole thing.
Okay, keep going.
No, we're going to get into it because now I'm the one walking and I'm recording.
Gary's going to kill us.
I have to turn and look at you. I can't. I'm going to have a sore neck. I'm in my 40s. I can't do that. I can't look to the side for an hour. It's going to mess me up. Okay, so the hospital was already kind of on alert because this woman had for months, Taylor had for months, been posting about this pregnancy, but she'd had a hysterectomy, which we will get into. So there were people who knew we were on a collision course with some kind of a bad outcome of some sort.
I can't remember how the hospital knew that she was, because she obviously didn't go to like doctor's appointments.
Well, she had been a patient.
Right.
Of a physician.
Okay. And
who worked in that network. And that OB, their office knew.
Okay.
That she was saying she was pregnant and could not be pregnant. It would be like my doctor who did my hysterectomy seeing on social media that I'm like, I'm pregnant. She'd be like, girl, you know you're not. And, you know, I know.
Well, and it's crazy because of all the HIPAA.
Oh, yeah.
They can't like.
I know.
And it's like they don't have any, it's, you know, duty to warn doesn't really fall into this because they don't know.
She didn't tell anybody I'm going to cut a baby out of somebody. So there's nothing that they could do, but they did have a little bit of a warning for her.
Yes. Well, they had a warning. They had the hospital on like lockdown. They informed,
Well,
what
like
is
you
it?
said, they're pretty careful these days.
Postpartum nurses. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, like Operation Pink.
Yeah.
Is
that what they called it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Just
or
like
Code Pink.
Code Pink.
So they were on like, look out for Code Pink and had everything like a lot more like surveillanced.
Yes.
Because they figured that they were like, they thought she would just try to steal a baby. I say
it
just
would have
in air
made
quotes.
more sense.
Yes.
For her to try to take a baby.
Yes.
Kidnap a baby than to do what she did. But yeah, they were like, she's going to need a baby here soon or this whole thing's going to fall apart.
And so they had Code Pink.
Code Pink.
They were surveillancing for Code Pink.
Yeah, I have opinions about that, which we will get into. So let's talk about Wade Griffin, her partner. He had me at Hog Trapper in July of 2019.
Oh my God.
She met Wade. I didn't realize that they hadn't been together all that long.
No.
Right?
And he obviously did not like her. He liked what she was promising him.
I don't know that she liked him the whole time, or that he liked her the whole time.
He didn't, but she promised him like a $4 million ranch.
Well, and she was actual hogsy people, so she liked the farming part of his life that a lot of people don't.
Yes, but she was like, anyway.
But within 3 months, she moved in with him.
Mm-hmm.
And this man, have you ever heard the expression "had a tiger by the tail"?
No.
Okay, so you think about like a cat. If you grab their tail, they lose their mind on you. He had a tiger by the tail in this woman and didn't even realize it, right? So she moves in. And
like stage 5 clinger times 1,000.
Times 1,000. And she's all, charming and nice and whatever, but like, whoa, there was a lot happening underneath that. And I think there was a part of him that was like, he went along with it.
Well, I hate to say it this way.
He's like a psychological hostage. I feel like.
I think so. Part of her story is that she had lost a bunch of weight.
Yes.
So she got like some surgery. I don't know if it's
gastric sleeve.
Gastric sleeve, like yeah. So she lost all this weight.
Totally.
Okay. So she just had a new type of confidence within herself. And I don't think someone like Wade had really ever been with someone like her.
Probably not.
Probably not. I think maybe pre-surgery, that was probably more like her at that point was probably more of his type.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration. When someone loses that much weight, things happen in your brain.
I have lost a significant amount of weight. It is mind-bending.
So with her, she was like, it didn't talk about sizes, but like it went from like, I don't know, probably size 10-ish.
Oh, more than that.
To probably like a size 6.
I'm saying like 26 to a 10, 28 to a 10, something
well,
like
she got pretty small at first, and then she gained weight to look pregnant. I think she got to like a 6
or an 8. Yeah. But at her biggest, she was, I would say upper 20s. It was like, it's like losing half of herself.
No, for sure.
That's what happened.
And so when that happens, right? Yeah. And they even talk about this. They say after she lost her weight, one of her friends or something was like, you could not tell her that she was 10 out of 10 confidence.
Well, she was. One of her friends said she had a lot of self-conscious feelings about extra skin and that kind of stuff, but you wouldn't know it to talk to her.
Well, and they said anytime she'd put on like a going out outfit, she was like basically GTFO, get out of my way.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And so you take someone like Wade, who is a hog guy, he's a farming guy, he seems pretty low key, quieter,
Yes.
You take someone like her post weight loss.
Yes.
And someone like him.
Yes.
She
just enforced her will on him.
100%. And he allowed it.
He allowed it. You know, pretty much the whole time.
Yes. Yeah. It's wild.
It is wild. He is super disconnected. And I don't know because we don't have footage of him there's little snippets here and there. He's not the most connected anyway. Even like when they're together and they're announcing the pregnancy and they do the photo shoot, like there's a vacancy in his connection even then.
Well, that, and you know, when after she was in the hospital and they went to the house to like investigate, she was with them, and you know, they were like, was Wade excited about the baby? And she was like, no, you know, like he was not at all invested or engaged.
No.
He was doing probably what like a good farm Christian guy would do.
Yeah.
Or just stick around.
He was just going to show up.
He was just going to stick around.
So she tells him she's pregnant and keeps up the deception for roughly 9 months using a silicone pregnancy belly and fake ultrasound images, even hosting a gender reveal party and a maternity photo shoot. Because she faked the pregnancy during COVID, she used restrictions, right, to explain why Griffin couldn't attend doctor's appointments.
Yep. Well, what's wild is she would like make her stomach move.
We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Southeast Counseling Center. Southeast Counseling Center is a 501c3 nonprofit mental health provider right here in Parker, Colorado, conveniently located just off major highways. We serve the whole family, from play therapy for kids to couples and family therapy, trauma treatment, psychological testing, and specialized groups. Access matters. That's why Southeast Counseling Center accepts Medicaid, Tri-West, and victim compensation, and also offers a community subsidy program to help people who fall in the gap between Medicaid and traditional insurance coverage. And because we're a nonprofit, every dollar donated by the community goes directly towards providing treatment services for people who need help. Prefer to meet at home? Telehealth is available statewide, so anyone in Colorado can access our services. To get started, call 720-842-5553 or fill out our secure web inquiry form at secounseling.org. Southeast Counseling Center, care that is accessible, compassionate, and rooted in the community.
Yeah, she must have had like... This is like
growling.
This is the pregnancy equivalent of a Wizinator. Because I'm thinking about this and I'm like, there's some technology in there because it like moved. Because wasn't it his dad who said he felt the baby move?
No, he saw it.
He saw it move. So something...
She wouldn't... I know, but some, like, you can kind of make your stomach move.
No, but I mean, I'm thinking it was like a kick.
I don't know. It was like a roll. It was like a roll.
You have different muscles than me.
It looked like a roll. Which
only
like,
you could like do that though. I mean, that's like some... I couldn't make my stomach roll in a perceptive way.
I don't know. It was weird.
Very weird. So anyway, she has fake belly. And
she also gained some weight back.
She did, even gained a little back.
She also tried to persuade that she was pregnant.
Well, and so in my brain, that's one of my questions is, it's not uncommon for people who've had a gastric sleeve to actually regain.
Oh, yeah.
Some weight. I mean, any intervention like that, you can gain a little bit of weight back. Did that happen and then she turned it into a pregnancy because she couldn't manage it? Or
no, I think she was trying
to keep the relationship.
Yes, I think she was trying to lock this guy in. I think she was, and then his family was like, she's not pregnant, she's not pregnant. And then she was like, I am going to show everybody, I am going to come home with a baby. That was the moment where it was like, this is going to go really bad.
100%.
Right? So it was
because
like...
his family started to be concerned because a few people started flagging issues. So Parker's first ex-husband testified that he did not unanimously anonymously warned Griffin about the false pregnancy and alleged she had been unfaithful and treated their son poorly. And I don't remember hearing much about her son.
She has 2 kids.
I know, but you don't
hear much about
no, and that might be for their privacy, which would make sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, she had children already. Which again...
That was like what a lot of people said. They were like, why is she, first of all, the ones who didn't know she had a hysterectomy, they're like, why is she having another baby when she can't even take care of her first 2?
Yes. Yes. So there were people, medical practitioners, who knew that didn't do anything wrong technically, legally.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so frustrating in this case that nobody did anything, but also the medical providers specifically had no right legally to come out and say there's no way she's pregnant. And actually may have bent the rules a touch just to increase security at the hospital.
Well, that, and one person did say, because I think it was his mom called, or someone on his family, in his family.
Oh, that's right.
Called, and they were like, we can't give any information, but listen to your gut.
Yes. Yes.
That's what they said to that woman.
And this is the kind of situation we can get into as therapists as well, where it's like we have to protect. And they've given us a little more latitude ever since the James Holmes theater shooting. Like there's just a little bit more room, extreme risk protection orders, expanded our ability, but we have to be super careful.
Yeah.
And so they didn't technically do anything wrong, but it is so frustrating, and must have been for them too, to be like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So here's how the victim in the case came to be involved. So Parker becomes acquainted with Reagan Simmons-Hancock, a young mother from New Boston, Texas, who was preparing for her second daughter. Hancock had hired Parker for photography work, which put Parker in her orbit without raising concern. So they had spent some time together. Parker had first befriended her while working as her engagement and wedding photographer. So they had connected kind of professionally and then became friendly. So by late September 2020, Parker still hasn't given birth despite her due date passing. So this is like you said, girlfriend had to find a baby. Her story was falling apart. His family was warning him that there were issues here. And she had to find a way to make this happen. So there's increasing pressure. Also in this subtext, and we'll get into this later, but she was saying all kinds of things were going to happen financially that never came to fruition. They were going to have this big inheritance, which I think was an attempt to keep him.
Oh, 100%.
Right? I'm going to come into money, and then they start buying stuff. All kinds of stuff.
Well, she's like trying to buy this $4 million ranch for him.
She had to make good on those promises because hog farmer's done.
Wild because, I mean, you know, I bought a house 3 years ago. And you have to prove a lot of things before you even get close. So it was confusing
100%
at how close they got.
Very close.
And I mean, they were like, you know, they're calling like her estate people to confirm, and no one was answering because they didn't exist.
Right.
But
no, it's
why, like,
people are so good at this stuff though.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I know,
use your smarts for something good and you'll fly.
She could have actually made millions if she'd like directed that in a decent direction.
Yes, no, she's like, it's like these con artists are like, I'm like, you're super smart. Why are you using it for destruction?
I know. And you know, here's the truth. You and I look at a sale of property and we're like, there's a lot of steps. We also live in a world with rules.
Yes.
If you don't, life is easier and harder. It is easier until it's harder.
Yes. And then it's much harder.
And then it's much harder. It's like, you know, you may or may not get to use your toothbrush kind of hard, you know? And so I think...
Or you probably don't want to bring your toothbrush with you.
Oh, yeah, you know, don't drop the soap. It's just this a weird place where I feel like people who don't think long-term make these decisions, and they are not bound by the logic sometimes or the ethics or morals that we are.
Right.
And so for her, she's like, I'm just going to make up a document. Like, I'm convinced. I mean, she made up stuff left and right.
Emails.
And signed stuff and whatever else. If there's like a signature on...
I can barely keep up with my own email.
No. Well, I can. I've
let alone creating someone else's.
36,000 emails in my...
I'm not even telling you.
It's not my work one. It's not work. It's personal, but still.
Oh, my personal one is...
Maybe 100. Mine got up to 100,000 one time. I'm like, Google is screaming right now. They're like, that girl in Colorado.
Like, can we just delete it?
Every time I clean it up, I lose something I need, though. Which is probably a confirmation bias on my part, but that is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's just lying and, you know, moving fast and loose with the truth. And as we're getting closer to this deadline, the pressure of everything is on her. She's got to deliver financially and literally deliver a baby. This is the pressure. So on October 9th, 2020, Parker, and I can't remember, Nat, remind me, where did she go to her house? Where were they? I forget where they were. I get it mixed up with Wednesday's case. Where were they when she attacked Reagan?
We'll be right back.
If you work with court-ordered clients, you already know the system can be overwhelming. Documentation, coordination, compliance tracking, billing, on top of actually doing the therapy. That's why we want to tell you about Reliatrax, a one-stop platform built specifically for therapists working in the court-ordered space and voluntary treatment. Reliatrax helps you stay connected with probation and referral sources so everyone's on the same page and your clients get the best care possible without the endless emails, calls, and paperwork. And here's the exciting part. Reliatrax now offers Aura, their new AI assistant. Aura helps streamline documentation, keeps you organized, and supports your workflow so you can spend less time clicking boxes and more time doing clinical work. Reliatrax also supports insurance billing, including Medicaid, making it easier to serve both court-ordered and voluntary clients all in one system. No juggling platforms and no workarounds. And the other amazing thing is you have an actual team of people who can support you, not some automated system. If you're looking for a smarter, more efficient way to manage compliance, communication, and care, Reliatrax was built for this. Check out Reliatrax and see how it can support you, your clients, and the systems you work in without burning you out. You can go to www.reliatrax.com to get started.
The Reagan's house.
Okay, so she
went to Reagan's house.
That's right. Because her mom. In the documentary talked about. No, that's
the mom,
terrible.
the dad, the uncle, the other little girl.
Yeah.
In the bedroom.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sent me.
So Parker went to Reagan Simmons-Hancock's house. She was 36 weeks pregnant. Parker bludgeoned her and cut the baby.
Okay, but really quick, back up.
Yeah.
So did you go over how she knows Reagan? Okay.
Yeah. The photography connection.
Yeah. And they were together the night before. That's what I wanted you to add.
No. I didn't know that
Okay,
part.
so you went over the first part.
Yeah.
But the part where they were with each other the night before and the family.
I forgot that part.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
I think like dinner or something, but anyway, continue, and then I'll jump back in.
Did she stay at the house with her? Because
Not the
how
night.
far apart did they live?
I don't know.
They weren't in the same town, but they were close
enough. Yeah. But they were together the night before. So sorry, that's what I wanted to add.
Can you? I have so many thoughts.
No, I know. It's wild.
Can you see why I did the case I did Wednesday?
Yes.
Because it's different. Same and different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So Parker bludgeoned Reagan, who again was 36 weeks pregnant, cuts the baby out. Baby's name was Braxlyn Sage Hancock. And the infant does not survive. And part of that is, as we highlighted in the Wednesday episode, in that case, Dinell, had medical training and had studied up on C-sections. Not so much with Reagan. So Reagan just basically attacked her and tried to remove the baby, but in doing so,
and
did it in a way that neither mother nor child could survive.
Well, the doctor even said it was so painful for Reagan because she somehow flipped the whole uterus in her body.
Yeah.
And it was just like a mess.
Well, and you've had a C-section.
Yes.
I have not had a C-section. So what I know is under the best of circumstances, that is a major operation. And so I'm just kind of struck by both of these cases, just how intense that was of an act towards another human being, and when she did this and the baby, then I don't think the baby was ever breathing outside of, I don't know that the baby survived that whole thing. Okay.
I have no idea.
When she was pulled over and then transported to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors confirm that Parker, our aggressor,
mm-hmm.
had a hysterectomy after her second child more than 5 years earlier, making pregnancy impossible. DNA testing established quickly, right, that the infant was Reagan Simmons-Hancock's daughter. Parker was then arrested and charged. Griffin was brought in for questioning and told what investigators uncovered, told what happened. And as we spoke about a few minutes ago, Reagan's mom, dad, uncle, and her other daughter, all were witnesses to various aspects. Her family discovered her, but the daughter was in the home when this happened, which...
Like a toddler.
Kids are tough, man. Mac at 18 months would have tried to protect me. So I just can't imagine how horrific.
Yeah, and she hid in her room because the second the uncle, when we don't like to get into gory details, but
no.
Honestly, for the sake of Reagan, this was so horrible, and where she was positioned, no one could get to the rest of the house without literally stepping over her. And so mom and dad couldn't do it.
Well, and
they couldn't do it, but they could hear the little girl. So the uncle did it. And then he said right when he walked in, she covered herself because she was scared, but then jumped to him.
Well, even that.
And I'm thankful she was okay.
So the case on Wednesday, inexcusable, right? Again, that woman was in a bed. And was not killed in a traditional sense, meaning Dynel was in a state where she wasn't fixated on killing the mother. She was fixated on getting the baby, which is not okay. And it's good that she's paying a penalty.
Yes.
In this case,
she was trying to kill the mom.
She was trying to kill the mom and take the baby and actually attacked the mother in a different way and stabbed her more than 15 times.
Yeah.
They're not the same. They're just not the same. So when all of this comes out and they're investigating Griffin, he comes in and he talks to them. What did you think, Nat, about his reaction when he found out? Because he remember he had his hat on and he kind of takes his hat off. He's rubbing his head and then he just kind of...
He's super detached emotionally. So if I were in his shoes, I would have been like, what the actual F?
Oh.
First of all, I think, and it's interesting because you see him later during the interviews and he's way more appropriately emotional.
Yes.
So I don't want to sit here and say he's has no emotion. He does.
He was shocked, but not shocked. That's the weird thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He was not surprised.
That's why I say psychological hostage.
Yes.
There's so much more to this that we will never know.
Yeah.
About what happened in that home towards the end.
Yeah.
Because he's not okay.
Well, yeah, no. And she lied. She was she texted him from a burner number about the hogs.
Yes.
So he wasn't at the hospital.
Yes.
And then she gave birth on the road.
When they called, this is one of the most significant parts of the whole documentary for me, is when they call him at the roadside stop, right? And they have this crying Taylor and this baby, and they didn't transport her in 2 seconds either, which was weird to me, but I think baby was gone. So I think that was part of why they weren't in as big of a hurry as we might have seen in a different situation. And he's like, well, let me know if you need me to come down there, sort of. I'm butchering the language, but he was just unbothered a little bit. And I remember thinking okay, your husband jumped back into a river for you.
Yeah.
A very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Garrett would do anything for me.
Yeah.
To call him and he's like, cool, well, back to the hog hunt. Well, he wasn't I'll be there in 5.
Well, and even when I had to go to the hospital from a non-stress test because Grace, was taking her sweet time. I call him and I'm like, well, they want me to go now. And he's like, well, can you come get me? Right. Cause he's like, I don't want to have 2 cars, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no. And he's like, rush, we have Men working on our window in our basement.
You left him with the house. Preston left a strange man in your house to come to the hospital.
Numerous strange men in our home.
Yes.
Thankfully, they were trustworthy.
No. But I can appreciate that, though, that his heart was to get to you no matter what.
Yes.
No matter what.
So you look at this situation and you're like,
no.
None of this
think
makes
it worked
sense.
for a minute, though, in 2020, because, our friend Lisa had a baby.
Yeah.
And I held my first and only virtual baby shower for Lisa.
Yes.
And it was a weird time. It was weird. And
so back then, I could see it.
Back then, it was, and that was peak COVID, because it hit in April.
You know who had their baby in 2020? Was Brittany, had Rory.
Yes.
And I will say they almost didn't let David in.
Yes. At the worst. And it wasn't for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, they were in May.
They were, yes.
So they let him in, but we couldn't. I mean, my parents-in-laws were in the parking lot.
100%.
You
couldn't go in. It was different.
Yeah.
It was different. And I remember for a couple weeks in the beginning, I remember talking to Garrett because they weren't letting people come back and it was really, really brief. And I remember telling Garrett, I don't know what I would do if this was going on globally while I was pregnant. I would lose my mind. I remember I bought so much formula when I was breastfeeding just in case something crazy happened. Like, it was hard on my brain. I can't imagine doing that in the middle of COVID.
That was smart. We bought a bunch of
terrible
breast milk.
Well, because I didn't know what was going to happen. But anyway, that's the context of it. So I can sort of understand. But he's pretty checked out.
Yeah.
And she's imminently supposed to give birth at any moment. She also weirdly, I don't know if she wasn't wearing the belly or she just wasn't as motivated.
Oh, super tiny when she got out of the car.
It was weird how, and in some pictures, they showed a few pictures where towards the end of her supposed pregnancy, she actually looked smaller than mid-pregnancy.
Yeah.
And it was like,
yeah, no, it was weird.
Was it I mean, like, why did you not put the belly on today, girl?
Some people notice that. They're like, you looked like this pregnant one day and now you look less pregnant today. I mean, I remember I was more and more pregnant every day.
100%. Oh, I'm aware. Y'all, Nat pulls up today and I put it on socials. There's a full-size bottle of hot sauce in her purse. I took a picture.
Did not leave.
And I took a picture of it because it's very endearing. They should put that on your headstone. Never without her. You know what I mean? But like
Cholula,
I think, Cholula. You should get a sponsorship deal with them, girl, because you are repping them all the time.
I know.
But your hobbling self with your hot sauce was a whole thing.
No, I know.
Most of your pregnancy. So anyway, she ends up getting in big, big, big trouble. They have the trial, and on October 3rd, 2022, Parker's convicted of capital murder and sentenced to death. So she was the 7th woman at that time on death row in Texas.
So can I ask you a question? Well, I don't know if this is too personal, but what do you think to her sentencing? What
do I think?
Like, do you think it's appropriate?
Okay, here's where I land on this. And this is unpopular sometimes, but it is how I feel. There's enough issues in our criminal justice system that I am generally not supportive of the death penalty. Because I just think that there's a fair chance we're going to screw that up at least once. And that to me is unacceptable. That being said, I can absolutely understand in a case like this why the death penalty in a state like Texas, where they're a little more aggressive that way, I get why she's on death row.
Yeah.
I just personally struggle with, I've seen enough cases where they just didn't have ample evidence where I'm like, I worry about, and also
like you worry about if it's the wrong person. Yeah.
Well, we've incarcerated the wrong people.
Yeah.
30, 40, 50 years. Yeah. Now with technology getting better and DNA and some of that, it's maybe a little bit less likely, but there's some bias in our system that concerns me a little bit.
I would say someone like this, Wade Wilson, like I look at them and I'm like, I agree with you in this.
Well, and they're sick. This is the other thing that's hard. They're
not treatable. So do we keep them locked up in a cage forever? I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird concept.
Here's the other thing that's complicated. You and I treat people who have chronic relapsing brain conditions.
Yeah.
So when I look at psychopathy, I can't write a book on psychopathy and say that they should be put to death in the worst form, because I also know they're born different for reasons that they cannot control. That is just true. They can control their behavior to a degree, some. Some, honestly, it is the more research I do on psychopathy, the more I realize on the furthest edges, some of their behavior, like, literally cannot be helped. There are some people who cannot be helped. So I don't have a good solution for that.
No, I know.
But putting them to death, I think, is a real slippery slope, because we keep a lot of people alive that have different kinds of disorders in different ways that are expensive, that cost society, that, you know, and we hold those lives with some level of value.
Yeah. But I will say,
you know,
on a personal level, if Reagan was my family,
you would want justice.
Yeah. And it would probably look like death.
But to me, I don't know that death is as bad as having to be in a cage your whole life either. Death is a mercy for some people. There are inmates who hasten it.
No, I agree with that. But also it's like, you just, I don't know. It's weird.
It's hard to know they're walking the earth.
Yeah.
But they're walking the earth in a maximum security prison. I mean, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
But I hear you. And honestly, if somebody threatened Mac, I'm running over with my car. It just is what
like
it is. And
100%.
I don't, you know what, put me in jail. I don't
That's
put
what
me
I'm
on death row. I
saying.
don't care. If
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
you mess with my kid, I'm mowing you over.
It's
That's
hard when it's like, you know, we read about these cases, we listen to them, and I'm like, yeah, like death penalty is really, really, you know, it's definitive, obviously. And if it's my family, like, I'm sorry.
But that's why emotion can't write policy.
I'll be in the front row.
But I think that's why, really, at the end of the day, emotion can't write policy. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people, a lot of listeners who would say every DV offender should just be in jail. Yeah. And it's like, well, some, yes. Yeah. I mean, we have pushed for some of them to go to jail. Some, no.
Some there's treatable.
And but we do trauma treatment with them, and we work with them. And so that slippery slope, man, it's like.
But I just think when you're, but someone like this, when you do something so heinous, to keep up a lie, you know, like that's really what it was for her. It wasn't.
Oh yeah.
It was literally to prove people wrong when they weren't wrong.
And she has a brain.
Yeah.
Disease.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. So I'm with you. Like,
it's hard.
On an emotional level, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
On a policy,
bye.
On a policy level, I don't know. It's messy. And I'm glad I'm not the one who has to make those decisions.
Yeah, same.
But I mean.
Okay, another tough question.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I've already upset half of our listeners. I'm sorry.
No. Well, either you or I have.
In fairness, though.
You've upset half. I've upset the other half.
I know.
Because you and I kind of err on two separate sides of this.
I think yours is probably more sympathetic to our listeners, and I really understand yours. I think being involved a little bit more on a state level.
Yeah.
And I would say the more research I've done into some of this stuff, I'm like, oh, geez, like it's so messy.
But here's the thing, though. I think, like, I even think of Wade Wilson, right? And most people, if you had this chick and Wade Wilson standing next to each other, 10 out of 10 people would say death penalty for Wade, and then they 100%. Would second guess of her because of their gender differences.
So they would second guess, but at sentencing, women actually get tougher sentences than men, believe it or not.
Yeah.
They're more likely to get away with it when cops first come to the house.
Sure. But
once they're in the system, because it's abhorrent.
But I also think death penalty, right? There's not a lot of women on death row.
Well, they don't do the same shit.
No, I know. But
in the same numbers.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is like they could look at someone like her and be like, well, she was hysterical and she's, you know, like depressed and whatever. And then look at him and be like, well, he's just a psychopath.
Oh,
right?
Totally.
So that's the part of this, too, is like I sit there and I'm like, you know, more people who I think more similar to you. And I'm not super far off from you, right? No. Like, I understand what you're saying.
No, yeah.
But even people who think more similar to that would say, like, would probably, you know, if they're like, say it now or die, they'd say Wade Wilson.
Oh, if you had to, like, choose one at gunpoint, Wade Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the interesting part, right?
No,
so it's like, it's just interesting.
Yeah, now his case involved sexual violence and there were some additional mitigating things with him that make me just.
No, I know.
But I hear.
But see,
I hear
but
you.
with her, I feel that
yeah.
same type of thing because I'm like, it's a child, it's a mom,
I hear you.
You know. So next question.
Okay. Hold on to your butt. I'm ready.
Let's say we get a phone call.
Yep.
From this prison.
Yep.
And they say, hey, we want you to come in and attempt therapy with her.
Yeah.
And we would want a diagnosis.
No, I'd give a diagnosis.
Okay, so what?
So
how would you approach therapy with her?
Okay, so a couple things.
And first, I'll share my thoughts too.
Yes. Well, I already know you're probably going to agree with me because we work together every day, but we'll see. So
sometimes we don't agree. I mean, we don't agree on the death penalty. Totally.
We were just in a training.
I literally am like, no, bye. So bye, girl, bye. Bye, Wade.
We were in the best training this morning because they're talking about clinical supervision. And Nat and I are the epitome of like a 10-year story in clinical supervision and colleagues and all the things, right? And I really believe there's an iron sharpens iron dynamic to it where, I mean, Nat, you're just a top shelf clinician. I respect everything you say. You say hilarious things sometimes. I say funny things too. But we have really significant and important conversations about our clients. So you might have a different take. I know there have been times when you've seen something better than I have quicker and vice versa. And so I love working with you because we're not afraid.
Remember that one person we should have never kept?
We both, yeah.
Well, you wanted to keep him.
Oh, well, you've kept a couple too that I've been like, questionable.
But then they ended up at the same place as us one time. There's a whole thing.
Yeah, that was a challenge. That one was a challenge. But I really value the discourse that we have about clients. I think we're better when we can challenge each other and have more eyes on things.
Yeah.
So not treating her, not having her case file. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Not acting as a therapist. How many more disclaimers do we need before I say what I'm about to say? My genuine feeling in this case, we have a cluster personality disorder.
100%.
And so what that means, and it is not super common. Again, everybody thinks everybody has a personality disorder. This is the most toxic version of this. And what I mean by that is, and actually very unusual in a woman. So we see sometimes with women like borderline narcissism, histrionic, run together, but typically not with antisocial as well.
Oh, it's all of them.
This woman has every one of them.
All histrionic.
Yes.
The pregnancy in itself is the histrionic.
Yes.
The attachment she has, borderline.
Yes.
The behaviors she demonstrates, antisocial. I mean, it's wild.
100%. So cluster B personality disorder is exactly what you just said. Borderline, narcissistic, histrionic, and antisocial.
Yep.
She checks boxes in all four.
All of them.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've seen someone with all four. Really, where they meet criteria.
I don't think I've
for
actually
most
met
of
someone
them.
In front of me who has all of them.
Yeah. And part of that is because you're a little bit less likely to see histrionic in a male, a little bit less likely to see antisocial in a female behaviorally.
Right.
That doesn't mean there's not underpinnings of it, but behaviorally.
Yeah.
She's got all four.
All of it.
And so this is a true cluster. Clusters always made me laugh, partially because I can't help but think of a cluster F, which this is what this is. It's really hard clinically.
Guys, notice we have not had to say sorry, Tina.
We're working on it. Well, you're working on it, so I'm working on it.
I know. Well, I have to because my child is starting to attempt words.
No mother truckers for you. No, I know. It's good. But that cluster is exceedingly hard to treat. So we've said so many times on the pod, personality disorders aren't just untreatable. We actually can move the needle. There's some treatments. DBT was revolutionary for borderline. That's what it was created for. And it's amazing. I don't know how we would do the work that we do with offenders without DBT.
No, for
it's
sure.
Mission critical.
Well, the cool thing with DBT is, it was created for borderline, and now we're looking at it. I'm like, gosh, I use DBT.
I use DBT all the time. Yeah. Every time I teach it, I'm like, oh my gosh, gotta brush up on that. I was like, great.
Box breathing,
100%, all of it. But I will say all four
No, yeah.
If they said, hey, girl, we're going to pay you $100,000 to come treat this chick for a year, I'm not doing it. I'll tell you why.
Maybe like 300.
Maybe 300. There'd be a negotiation involved. I would need to be able to bring you with me. So I'd be
I would
300
be like,
a
can
piece.
I at least 300,000? Yeah. Oh, yeah. 600,000.
And the reason
total.
is because this is a categorically next to impossible job that is going to involve a lot of pain, probably for both parties. Like, this would not be fun. It would be real fun, session 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Because she's in a hurry to talk and I'm not.
Right.
So she's going to talk 100 miles an hour and I'm going to hear a real interesting story.
Yes.
Then she's going to hate me.
Yes.
Right? And then she's going to try to steal my car or my keys or whatever.
She's trying to stab you.
And then she's going to get excited about being the coolest antisocial woman that ever lived and want to tell me her life story and probably sell it to People magazine. Like, she's going to run the whole gamut and then maybe hurt herself. So, I mean, this is a terrible combination of things. Is that not true?
No, it is true.
It really is true.
Yeah.
That's your takeoff and your landing, folks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know that she's treatable. That would be, and I don't say that very often, but I don't know that she's treatable.
Oh, she's not.
So what's your take?
Treatable. I mean, similar. I would give it a shot, though.
I mean, I would if I could phone a friend. I don't want to be alone with her because.
Oh yeah, no, being alone. You and I don't even run groups alone, dude. We deal with less than half of this crazy. Like, come on. Sorry.
We really do just show up and kind of hang out all day long.
Yeah, Mondays are our days. Mondays and Thursdays. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, we deal with
for the better part of 10 years.
Half of this, less than half of this dynamic is what we deal with.
Usually a quarter.
Yeah.
If they have 2, it's like immediate individuals with Janine and Nat. All 4?
No, I know.
We might need the whole team. We need Peter.
We need Peter.
We need Professor Peter.
We need Peter for
We need Davina.
We need Davina. We need Peter for his stoicism.
100%.
We need Davina for her emotional support.
Okay, here's a fun game. We have 4 DV therapists, and we'll throw Megan in there too because we love you, girl. And we already miss you.
Yeah. I saw that she's not practicing on her thing, and I almost cried.
Anyway. No, she's absolutely incredible, and we already miss her.
I know.
So if we have 4 personality disorders, this is just for our team, okay? It's conference week.
Yes.
If we had to assign a therapist to each one of these.
Okay, let's do this.
Histrionic Peter.
No, hold on. I want to do it.
Okay, you do it.
Okay. Yes, histrionic for Peter.
Peter.
For sure.
1000%.
Or borderline.
Histrionic.
Okay.
Because borderline would burn him out in 2 seconds. Histrionic.
He works with borderline.
Well, he's an incredible clinician. He could work with any of them.
No, he works really well
with
borderline.
I would buy tickets to the show that is him with histrionic.
I think, okay, I'm actually going to disagree. I would put borderline with Peter because skill-wise, he's really good with borderline. Histrionic would burn him out so fast.
I know,
Super
but
fast.
The wall that he is for the histrionic would end that very quickly.
So I think
she would stop.
I think histrionic for Davina.
Yeah, that would burn her out too.
Borderline for Peter. Well, here's the thing. We got each of them have to have one of those.
Yeah.
So histrionic for Davina. Borderline for Peter. Because Peter's not going to budge in the I love you, I hate you.
No.
Right? No. And Davina's just going to stay she's just going to be that's steady. Not funny.
That's true. She is
to really the histrionic part.
That's not funny.
So, narcissism for me.
100%.
Antisocial for you.
Yep.
Or you and I will I'll start one day. Yeah, exactly. I'll start one day with narcissism. You'll start one day with antisocial. Then we'll switch the next.
I think you would break in the narcissism. I would break into antisocial, and then we very much would switch.
Yeah.
Because I think there's some benefit to tagging in a different set of eyeballs.
Yep.
You know?
Megan
Yes.
could do both histrionic and borderline.
And would be our comic relief and moral support. Because her conceptualization would be hilarious
Our
and
whole
accurate.
team is a comic relief though, because Peter and his little super dry comments.
Oh my God, he's hilarious. Oh, he's so funny.
Hilarious. This is why we have a good team.
We have a great team. And part of this, you guys, is when we're at conference and we're talking to all of these, this is our people. We had our table even this morning, this is day one pre-conference. These are the diehards. It's everybody shows up tomorrow except for the extreme nerds, people who are speaking, and just the diehards. Yeah. Somebody went up and bought like 8 shit show stickers. Like, these are our people for sure. Yeah. And having a good team is everything in this work. So it's fun for me to see all the teams together and all the mixing of probation and treatment and all of the things, you know? So 2, do you agree with me on the cluster?
Yes.
Okay, so you agree on the cluster.
She's dealing with depression. I'm just kidding.
That's like
anxiety.
It's just trauma.
GAD. Generalized anxiety
She has
disorder.
an adjustment disorder to COVID. It's just a little bit of COVID. She's anxious. No, this is
cluster.
Capital B personality
Cluster
disorders,
B.
plural.
All of the cluster B.
Yes, allegedly, and for informational purposes only. So, when it comes to Reagan's mother and sister, they are pushing for legislation allowing medical professionals to warn people about faked pregnancies, pointing to the privacy gaps that kept her doctor
You know what?
silent.
If I lose my freaking mind, and I'm like,
lock me up.
Tell the freaking world.
Same.
Warn people about me.
Well, this is one of the most controversial things that we tell our clients. Is the best way I can care about you is to be about it.
Yeah.
And what that means is even when you are frustrated with me for holding your butt to the fire or communicating with probation or whatever, allowing you to kill someone is worse.
Right. Or, like enabling you to drink while you're on probation when it literally tells you not to. I don't care if it's a part of your case or not.
Part of caring about people is being able to intervene when stuff like this happens. Between 1983 and 2015, there were 18 fetal abduction cases in the U.S. Fetal abduction, not babies.
Like they cut them out of someone?
Yes. They were abducted.
Stole them from the hospital?
Well, no, because that'd be a baby.
Okay.
Fetal abductions.
That's crazy.
I know.
See, I will say though, I think, we joke about how pissed off I was when I was pregnant. I'm protective. So I'm like, I already walk like an idiot.
Trucker. Not an idiot. Trucker. You don't walk like an idiot. You look very smart. You just walk like a trucker.
You're right. So not an idiot, but what I mean is like, I already walk aggressively. Yes, like I don't walk into a room and I'm like, I'm scared of everyone.
No, neither of us do.
Right. So, and then when I was pregnant, it was like, honestly, it was like, sorry, Tina, fuck with me and find out.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I think most do, but I think it's the most vulnerable we are.
Yeah.
We're never more vulnerable in intimate partnerships with our partners or
in
physically.
Society. Yes. Yeah. In our,
And it's terrifying.
It is.
It's so scary.
Because people do target. Not weird stuff, but like people target pregnant women or they target with people with babies or they target.
Oh, yeah.
If you have blonde hair, you know what I mean? Like people have weird things.
But you're just vulnerable. And, it's. It just breaks my heart, I think, because there's never a time that I think you feel more vulnerable and more excited than when you're kind of pregnant. And Reagan was so excited, so excited. So in 2025, Texas Court of Criminal Appeals affirmed the conviction and the sentence.
Yeah.
So Taylor Parker is the youngest woman on Texas death row, which, by the way, that's not a good time. Okay, to be the youngest woman on Texas death row.
No.
I'd be like, kill me. So honestly, might be worse. Might be worse.
What would be worse?
She's going to have one good meal between now and the end of her life. And it'll be her last one.
Yeah. See,
she's in a shitty spot, man. I'm not saying
Are you saying like keep her alive?
Here's what I'm saying. She's going to be alive for a long time anyway, because death row cases take a long time.
Oh, I know.
But it's not fun. It's just not fun. I mean, she's the youngest woman on death row.
Well, here's the other. Well, her crime. So I think other people on death row, when it comes to like if they killed their spouse or whatever, I think a lot of women like that are actually idolized by other women. She won't be.
Not on death row. When you're the youngest one, you are.
Okay.
Bottom of the totem pole. Think about how scary a group of women can be in a treatment setting.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Outpatient.
Well, that's what I think. It depends on the offense.
Yeah.
Hers, she's screwed.
Well, yeah, think about it.
She's screwed.
Women, you killed a pregnant woman and took a baby.
100%.
My God, you're 100%. The gum on the bottom of their shoe.
I mean, you might as well be a sex offender.
I'm surprised you made it this far, to be frank.
And I'm not saying all sex offenders are bad, but that's how they're viewed in prison systems.
No, 100%. This is not a place you want to be.
No.
And these women are rough.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I have a female serial killer case coming for you.
Yay.
I know. Yay. It's so exciting. In May of 2026, so just a few months ago, the Supreme Court was like, nope, we're not going to hear your case. And her appeal, yeah. Well, it won't hear her case for appeal.
Got it. Because they're like, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's not a date for execution because they have to do what's called a habeas corpus review, which is a pretty intense review to make sure. Again, I don't. Now it's like annoyed that it takes so long to determine if we kill someone or not. But I think it's probably good that
this is probably the little antisocial part of me.
Yeah, we got to cross our T's on this one.
Bye.
Note on production: the director of the documentary deliberately, so Jessica Dimmick, deliberately did not interview Parker. Could not agree with that decision more. Good job, Jessica. Because she didn't think it would add to it, be believable, and that she'd probably be disrespectful to those that she hurt most. All of those things are true. This would be like interviewing Wade Wilson. He'd be like trying to find girlfriends through his interview. God. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So in a nutshell, I mean, this is a really, really terrible case. And it's interesting, you know, they didn't talk about Taylor's family a lot. And I don't know why that is. But they didn't. Reagan's mom and family seemed very kind and concerned and connected, and it's just heartbreaking. It's a horrible situation. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So.
Well, I'm glad that they are advocating. I mean, I'll sign that petition, like to change that law.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's wild. I was thinking that when I was watching it, I was like, man, I don't know. I would honestly, if I were like a nurse in that position, or I would potentially be willing to lose my job to warn people about that.
Well, this is the thing.
Like a mom calls me of a young man who's like, hey, his girlfriend says she's pregnant. I'm pretty sure she's not.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that she can't get pregnant. I might be like, yeah, you know what? Like, she had a hysterectomy. You need to tell him to run. Get him on the phone with me.
Well, I think what's funny is they handled...
Like, this could have been stopped if someone... And this
he wouldn't have believed them.
He might have believed a doctor.
I don't think so. I don't think so. His mother talked to the doctor, to a doctor.
I know, but no one could confirm. No one could say she literally...
He doesn't seem like a confirmed guy.
That's true.
There's been a million issues. The money never came. You know what I mean? Like, if he was a...
Mom's car got repoed.
Yeah.
After she
bought
that.
There was a sickness in him that allowed this to continue anyway. But I hear you.
Yeah.
I am, for as much as I think we need policy-wise to be really smart, when it comes to sharing of information, I understand why we're so careful.
Yeah, same.
We got to shift that. I mean, our hands are so tied sometimes. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At least in the criminal justice system, we get a little bit more room to disclose some things.
Yeah.
In some ways, being in private practice is... It's challenging in a different way. Yeah. Because I've heard things in private practice.
I worked with a clinician. You have too. We worked with a clinician who, and I obviously won't share very much of this at all, but who disclosed working with someone who he was like, he told me information that I couldn't share anymore because it was post situations.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And
probably a killer of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. So just, I mean, and this is public knowledge, right? So like if I work with someone who's not in the court system, if I work with someone, you know, on the side, private practice, and they come in, they say, yeah, I that whole case we did where he like accidentally ran over that bicyclist. So if that guy came in and said, I ran over a bicyclist, I can't say anything.
Nope.
I am bound by law.
That's exactly
to not tell anybody, even if it's an open investigation.
I don't think people know that.
Right? If it's open?
Even if it's an open investigation.
You can't share that. Okay.
We have duty to warn.
So if they want to hurt someone else.
If it affects a child. Yeah, if it's a direct threat to someone else. So if somebody comes in and they say, I am going to kill this person.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
With this means.
Duty to warn.
But even short of that, if somebody comes in and they're like, if I see this person, I'm going to punch them in the face. Right?
Right.
It has to do with means, probability, likelihood, all of that goes into a duty to warn consultation. This past stuff, not so much.
No, I know.
And we literally in the last 2 weeks cracked a nut with a guy where he was like not admitting anything. And we finally had to say, listen, if you're post conviction,
you aren't going to get sentenced.
You're not going to get resentenced on a case you've already been sentenced on.
Correct.
They already have all the information, so it's in your best interest to tell the truth now for treatment.
Yeah.
We tell all of our clients that. That is where we a lot of times have to true up in the justice system between a report and the person in front of us and how we're working with them. But we still can't say, he could say, well, I did this 6 months ago in this context, and we can't share specifics of that outside of how it would affect the current reason for referral and current release of information. Yeah. So we can adjust our treatment plan. We can make some recommendations.
But we can't even share that.
We can't even share that. So it's a really complicated thing. Yeah. And we've got to move back. We're too far one way on that.
Yeah, I agree for sure. With you. Well, yeah, this was a crazy case. I will not watch that documentary again.
No, 2's enough.
Yeah, one's enough.
One was enough, but I was working at the same time. You probably were too. I didn't catch enough of it, so I had to freshen back up.
Yeah.
Even then, I forgot they hung out the night before.
Yeah.
One last thing on psychopathy. So it's not diagnosable, but it is, I think it may be in the next DSM, to be honest, but it would sit in this, it's part of a personality construct. So I would say she had psychopathic traits as well.
Yeah.
If psychopathy is ever on the personality spectrum, I think that would be the cluster it would likely be a part of.
Yeah.
And she would have been 5 for 5 probably on that.
100%.
Hypothetically, for educational purposes only. Yes. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. And
as always,
bye, forensic friends. I'm Janine.
And I'm Nat.
And as always, thanks for listening, and join us next week for more Crime, Psychology, and Heart.